Okay, guys, you can start.
Hello, good morning. How's everybody doing?
Great.
Come on.
What was that? How's everybody doing?
Alright, so for today's lesson, all you're going to need is a pencil and paper. That's all you should need.
Just grab a piece of paper.
Something you can write on. Alright, so my name is Ryan.
And my name is Becky.
And we're going to be presenting on motivation and goal setting. Alright? Oh, you can just touch the screen.
Yeah. Maybe not.
Alright, so why are you here? What is the purpose of today's lesson?
To gain a deeper understanding of motivation. So what is your definition of motivation? What would you think? On your little scrap piece of paper, go ahead and write your own definition. Don't peek.
Alright, when you're done, just look up here. Alright.
So you need to think, when you're thinking about motivation, everybody's motivation is different. You need to think about what individually motivates you, or what inspires you.
And we'll get into that a little bit deeper into the lesson.
You also want to think about what keeps you motivated. What are the factors that help you to stay motivated? And how do you define success within your life? And how do you set goals? We're going to go over all that today, along with what are some goals you can set right now, today.
So after this class, today's lesson, you're going to be able to set goals for yourself and also understand what motivates you, how to sustain your motivation, and also how do you define success in a variety of contexts. Alright. What is this? This right here. Can anyone tell me what it is? A dash, an underscore. Keep spitting them out. Hyphen. What are you thinking, Mindy? Hyphen? Okay, Ryan? Hyphen? Scott?
Line.
A line. Alright. So that dash, that line, there's three things that you find on a tombstone. When you were born, when you die, and the dash that encompasses your entire life. Think about that for a second.
That small dash that you saw on that other screen takes a totally different meaning when you look at it on a tombstone.
Your entire life.
So think about this. This small tiny dash encompasses your entire life. Everything you were, everything you are, every life you touched, every dream you had, every job you held, and every moment of your entire life is symbolized in that dash on your tombstone. Every year of your life, every day, every hour, every second.
Symbolized by this. A small dash. Your entire life. How do you feel right now? How do you feel? Blurt out some ways you're feeling right now.
Scott? Tired.
That scare you? A bit? It scares me. Definitely scares me. But, a caveat about this lesson. This is not meant to scare you. Alright? Or give you anxiety or make you think about death. And trying to do everything right now. It's just to make you think. And kind of give yourself a little bit of a perspective on your life and your choices and your goals. And so when you're in your 80s and 90s, you can say, I lived an absolutely amazing life. right? Another caveat, start thinking about these concepts. What are you going to leave behind? Will you be happy when you pass away? Will you be successful? What are you going to do with your dash? Alright? So we're going to talk about all that today. And a lot of people say that a healthy amount of fear is called motivation. Something that keeps you going, something that keeps you up in the morning, or gets you up in the morning, something that keeps you up late at night. So motivation. Yeah, go ahead.
Motivation defined. How do you define motivation? We already had you write that down on your sheet. You already did this. Wrote it down. You didn't consult your neighbor. It's your life. It's not theirs. Everybody's motivation is different. And
So now, pair up with a student. If there's a group of 3, just share what your definitions are, and then also what is similar and what's different. Okay? You decided you want to do something, and what was yours? Okay. Similar.
what did you say?
Ready for it? Okay. Cool.
Maybe that makes hers different than yours. She's actually doing action, and you're just doing something. You did something. What did you have, Scott? Okay, so you two are very similar, and yours just worded a little different.
All right. So typically there'd be a larger class for this. We could just do a group share instead. So what did your group come up with? What was similar, what's different? Or you can actually, since we have small numbers, just share what your definition is.
I have a reason for wanting to do something.
Okay.
I said a reason for taking action.
You're taking action. Okay.
This is the reason you do something.
All right. So far,
They're
reason.
very similar, yeah.
Reason
Yeah.
over here.
It's the very thing that's inside you that drives you.
Something that drives you. Okay.
Mine was being excited and wanting to do something.
Okay. So what I'm hearing is motivation requires action, requires something that pushes you forward. There's a reason for you to do everything that you do. Okay. Cool. That's great.
So here's a dictionary definition of motivation. The reason or reasons one has for acting or behaving in a particular way. So you guys are right on target with your definition.
I put this picture on here, Duck Dynasty. Their motivation to grow those long beards, no one really knows it. What is their motivation? It's their look. It's how they act. That's how they want to be. And that's okay. You should do exactly what you want to do, what motivates you, be who you are. We're going to talk about that a little bit more.
So what motivates you? There are 2 types of motivation, internal and external.
Can someone describe the difference between the 2?
Indeed.
Internal, it's kind of the reason why you want to do, an external might be if like another person wants you to do something and you want to make them happy or something.
Yeah, that's definitely a possible definition. Any other?
So an internal definition is you are motivated from within, something inside you, something personal, very personal to you. That's your own thing. Maybe your values, your nature as a human.
So some people are naturally giving or compassionate, and they're driven by that as an internal motivational factor.
Your personal goals, which will be different than anybody else's. Your ego, perhaps.
So maybe you have that dream of, I want to be rich and famous. You know, that's your ego talking, but that's what you want to do.
Or Scott saying he wants to be better than Molly.
So that's internal.
It's all about you.
Can anybody think of any other ways you can internally be motivated? You can just blur them out. So, can you explain that?
Depending on depending on your certain health situation, something that motivates you to work out, or motivates you to eat better, or motivates you to stay away from stress because of your own health reasons.
Okay, cool. Anybody else? External motivation. All right. Such as, this could be your friends, your family, significant others, mentors, teachers, and lots of times these could be, a lot of these people are the same people across the board. My mother is my mentor. She's also my mother. She's also a community member. So they could also take a lot of different roles. She's also a teacher. So material items. Maybe you want money. You want houses. You want cars. You want the diamonds. You want the gold. You want all of that. That could be a way to be motivated. But also you can be motivated by non-material items. Religion. Maybe you're being motivated by religion. So you're going into ministry work or things along those lines. The journey. Some people are not worried about the outcome, but more of the process. You hear that a lot. Typically, people are seeking out the longest road so they can really grow and find themselves along that road.
Religion be internal motivation.
Religion can also be an internal motivation. So maybe, yeah, it could be both. Can you give an example of both?
Just your values are technically would or should align with your religion, generally.
Okay. So yeah, so if you take your values from your religion, sure, it can definitely be internal. And then from an external perspective, it could be expectations that your religion has for you. That's a very good point, James. Any other internal, external that could be both? Fear. I think so. Can you explain?
So you could be afraid of something external, but that fear sort of comes from within you.
You let yourself be afraid?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. That's really cool. It's a different perspective. Anybody else have something that could be external and internal? So what motivates you? Start thinking about this, all right? Whatever motivates you,
You must harness it, you must master it, and you must use it. The things that motivate you are your batteries. They keep you going and recharge you when necessary. Think about the Energizer Bunny. It keeps going and going and going. What's his motivation? Doesn't have one inanimate object. To advertise batteries.
yeah, that's the thing. He advertises batteries.
So it's a big question. How do I stay motivated?
That's a big question.
Big question.
So this is something that's really helped me in my life, and I think that could benefit your life. Make a bucket list. Lots of times, if you don't write something down on paper, it's not as real. By putting a pen to a pad of paper, you are saying that I want to do this, I don't want to just think about it anymore, I want it to be some concrete idea that I can actually accomplish, and cross it off when I finish it. There's no better feeling in the world than to actually cross something off your bucket list. It is absolutely 100% amazing. So right now, take a few minutes to yourself, just write down 3 things that you want to do with your life. Start your bucket list today. And they can be fun, they can be serious, they can be whatever you want them to be. Yes. So this is my bucket list. Let's see. I actually taken care of a couple of these items. I went to my first NHL game. Caught a home run ball this summer. I went to Fenway Park. I did run a 5K this past spring. I learned another language. I started learning Chinese this summer. It's incredibly tough. I have my motorcycle license temps. I'm on the road to getting a motorcycle license. Let's see. And I visited Niagara Falls all this summer. So so a lot of these could be really simple, or they could be really serious. For example, where's the other one? That's serious. See the birth of a child. I really want to see the birth of a child. I feel like that's the miracle of life, and just like have my mind blown. But I also want to have children get married. That's very serious. Learn magic tricks. I think that'd be cool. Be able to like sleight of hand or something like that. So let's see what you have on your bucket list. So anybody want to share it?
I said graduate, become a DECA advisor, and meet One Direction.
Okay, that's very good.
Thank you.
What about you, Scott?
Hike Zion National Park.
Cool.
Own an E-Type or an F-Type Jag.
All right.
And spend a week on an island in Baja, Mexico.
Ooh, that is nice. What about you, Jameson? What do you have?
Go to France. Start to have a healthy family, kids, wife, and just kind of just chill out for the rest of my life. My goal is to retire by 50.
Okay, that's a good goal. It's a very good goal. So now you have these goals. Bucket list is essentially a list of goals that you want to accomplish by the end of your life. So how do you attain these goals? This is another way to stay motivated. Also, this is a method where you can keep track of things that inspire you. I've done this. It may sound a little strange for guys because a lot of guys don't have Pinterest accounts. But since I started it, it's amazing. So many things that I never saw, or projects, or things that inspire me that I never thought would, or quotes, or anything that you can think of on a Pinterest account. Or you can start an inspirational journal. If you have an idea, write it down. If you have something that really gets you going, or a YouTube video, or a quote, or maybe a comic strip, anything like that, write it down, keep it, so when you're in those moments of not being motivated, you can find motivation, find inspiration.
Keep track of things that visually move you and inspire you. So sometimes you might make a poster or something like, God, I can envision in your bedroom you have a picture of that Jag you want to get. You know, you wake up every morning and you see that it motivates you to get out of bed, go to work, earn some money, put it in the savings account. So visual motivation is very powerful.
Something that makes you think, something that challenges you, challenges your beliefs, challenges your values, something that pushes you beyond what you thought was possible. Those are things that inspire.
Those can be done through a person. Maybe a person can help keep you motivated, help keep you on track. Maybe it's a mentor, maybe it's your spouse, maybe it's a really good friend or your mother, which you had talked about earlier. Maybe there's a quote that is really inspirational to you. Maybe you keep it written down on your calendar or, you know, print it out on your desktop, on your computer screen. Maybe there's a piece of artwork that really, really inspires you. Look at that every day, this Jag picture, you know. Or a book. There's a lot of motivational books out there that can help you steer you towards your goals, help you find a way to obtain those goals and to keep you motivated.
So, how about this? Let's have everyone write down one thing internal and one thing external, that motivates you.
Uh-oh. We're done.